Many people know about our rescued dolphins, Winter and Hope, but did you know that we have a third rescued dolphin here as well? Meet Nicholas.
Christmas Eve, 2002, a dolphin mother and her calf were found stranded in the Tampa Bay area. In honor of Christmas Eve, we named them Nicholas and Noelle. Bonds between dolphins can be really strong, especially between mothers and calves. So oftentimes when a mother strands, the calf will not leave her side. Unfortunately, when dolphins strand, they're usually very sick or injured. And in the case of Noelle, we believe that she had a serious case of pneumonia and she passed away a few days after they were both brought into rehab. And that left Nicholas a dependent calf who's now orphaned. He came to CMA for long-term rehabilitation. During the period of time that Nicholas and Noelle were stranded, they were exposed to the harsh rays of the sun, and Nicholas sustained very serious burns on his body. Nicholas was very compromised, and we knew that because of the extent of the wound, it would require extensive treatment over a long period of time. After consulting with many different veterinarians as well as human doctors, it was decided that the best approach to treat his wound was daily debriding. Daily debriding required removing any scabbing that may have formed over the wound so that we can keep the wound clean. As you can imagine, that was a very uncomfortable procedure for Nicholas, but necessary every day in order for his wounds to heal. In the beginning, in order to facilitate the debriding and cleaning of the wound, it was necessary to catch and hold Nicholas for the procedures. Catching a dolphin is no easy task, and you'd be surprised just how strong Nicholas was despite his wounds. We knew the healing process would be long, so we decided to incorporate husbandry training into his routine. The first step was to establish trust and build a relationship with Nicholas, not just for his wound care, but for long-term care as a non-release candidate. As a dependent calf, Nicholas came in still nursing from mom, and he was not a candidate for release. When mom passed away, we supplemented with formula, but it was really important to wean him onto fish as soon as possible so they could get the extra calories in order to heal faster. In the beginning of the weaning process, it was necessary to hold Nicholas so that we can introduce fish to him. At first, he didn't really take to the fish, but after a while he learned to swallow them. And he learned to associate swallowing them with feeling full or satisfied, and therefore would start taking the fish voluntarily. In the wild, the weaning process would take somewhere around 2 years. One of the significant benefits to training Nicholas to voluntarily participate in his medical procedures was to eliminate the need to catch Nicholas, which reduced stress and improved our ability to care for him. Within just a few weeks of starting the husbandry program, Nicholas was actually coming over to the trainers and allowing the trainers to clean his wound voluntarily.
We started working with Nicholas on husbandry behaviors to get him to do behaviors voluntarily so he doesn't have to be restrained. One behavior that he knows how to do is a peck movement. Take a look at the peck. It gives us a good look at the side of his body. We can also look at his eyes because he has had little ulcers in his eyes before. We can go ahead and put the stethoscope right here on the side of his body, and then we have him exhale. Thank you. On cue, just like that. And she can go ahead and hear his lungs. You guys get a very good look at his beautiful little eyes and face there. Look at that baby. What a big baby you are. All 146 pounds? All 146 pounds of you. Good job, buddy.
Presented by Visit St. Pete Clearwater, whose 35 miles of white sand beaches and world-class art scene landed it on the New York Times list of the world's top places to go. Plan your own adventure at liveamplified.com.
When you live amplified in St. Pete Clearwater, you dive deeper into every crazy, cool, connected moment. Come feel the pulse at liveamplified.com.
With Nicholas eagerly coming to his trainers for treatment and care on a consistent basis, we were able to raise the water level and provide him with additional exercise and stimulation. It took 10 months of consistent daily treatment in order for Nicholas's wounds to heal. With rehab completed, Nicholas graduated from the rehab pool and was able to be moved inside to our long-term resident pool. So after addressing his medical needs, we then considered the social needs of a young dolphin calf and decided to introduce him to our resident at the time, Panama. Panama was considered an older female dolphin. She previously stranded in 2000 in Panama City, Florida, and she was transferred to CMA for long-term care. So the introduction between Panama and Nicholas took place in our main dolphin pool. For a little while, it was just Nicholas and Panama. A short time later, CMA received another rehab dolphin that was needing a long-term home. This dolphin, who we called Indy, was another male and of similar age to Nicholas. It took a little time, but Nicholas and Indy worked really well together. I spent a lot of time with Nicholas and Indy, and I was heavily involved in their training, and it was just so exciting to watch them learn and grow together. It's important to have training with animals because training is one of the cornerstones of good animal care. Training provides animals with opportunities to learn and grow, and for us to be able to provide them with the care that they need voluntarily. And training them in this way is very important for physical and mental health. Eventually, Nicholas and Indy's poolmate, Panama, would leave them to join another rehab dolphin that you may have heard of, Winter. So the new arrangement was Nicholas and Indy in their pool and Panama and Winter in another. After a successful introduction between Panama and Winter, all 4 dolphins were housed once again in the main pool. With all 4 dolphins settled in the main pool, the team was ready for a new challenge.